Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Number 9, man. I'm gonna be ready and hype. Let's just gonna be hype. My battle gonna be up right next to my brothers, Zebo, Big Spain. It's a great feeling, man. Never imagined this. I didn't think this would ever be a thing, and it's one of the biggest days of my life. I'm looking forward to it.
Anticipate each challenge. Make a quick response. Capitalize on every opportunity and win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I never in a million years would have ever thought that John Cena's final run would be as a heel.
I love it.
I love it.
Once they saw this from The Rock.
They knew it. Everybody knew it except for Cody, which was so good.
Great camera work by WWE.
And then the kick. Yeah, I don't think WWE gets enough credit for the camera work and the production quality. I mean, it is incredible.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's gonna be crazy. The fans are gonna be loud. We need just energy.
Behind the back to Jerry for the flush.
We're gonna need, the Forum rocking. We're gonna need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support. When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane 3, yes sir! Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
We had big classic news from the Southern Heritage Classic last week when it was announced Arkansas Pine Bluff and Alcorn State will be the 2 classic participants.
Being a part of the classic is a big deal. It's the 3rd year for UAPB and the 1st year for Alcorn. So I'm just glad we were able to get it done.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Friday, March 14th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, we're going to get you ready for what is a massive weekend around FedEx Forum as the Grizzlies are hosting the best team in the NBA tonight at FedEx Forum, and then tomorrow night are going to raise number 9 up in the rafters with all manner of people participating in said events. Conference tournaments are all going on in college basketball. We'll go through the news and notes of the day. We have the greatest whistler in the world coming in studio with us. A 4-time international whistling champion is joining us in studio today. That's right. It's a Friday. It's beautiful outside. Smile, let's do it. Turn it up! Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, we got a ton of stuff to get to. We're going to get you ready for the weekend ahead. We have a big weekend around here but not only tonight, but also tomorrow night. And going on to the conference tournaments, the Memphis Tigers are about to tip off to keep their conference championship tournament dreams alive by taking on the Wichita State Shockers, as that is about to tip off. Ole Miss also about to tip off, playing against the behemoth that is Auburn. So we'll keep you up to date on what's going on with those as the show goes on today. Before I get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandits in Norset. Johnny Backpull. Johnny Bearcat. The Grim Roser. John Asparagus. Johnny Neckharp. John Lance. He's John Quadrant. He's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser. He's Sports Trends.
It's sport. Just underscore trends.
For those of
with
you
a Z.
previously unaware, Roser divulged to us yesterday his secret life as a eBay seller of sports cards. And I will tell you that I got a text this morning from PGA Tour professional Braden Thornberry, who said, tell Roser I will buy that card as soon as he puts it on. And I said, what card? And he was referring to the Tobias Harris that I made fun of you buying yesterday. It appears as if not only a PGA Tour golfer, but also many listeners of this show are actively rooting against me when I made fun of you for buying a Tobias Harris, and you said if he has one good playoff game, some Pistons fan will buy it. And I said there is absolutely a 0% chance you are reselling that Tobias Harris. Now I have an audience that is rooting against me, wants you to post the Tobias Harris so that they can buy this card just to prove me wrong and support Sport Trends.
Yes.
Devin Walker is here.
Devin Walker.
He is the microphone man. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Matt, Navajo, the reporter, the photographer. He's sure is. He's Walker 93.
Shout out to the people, man. Shout out Sports Trends. Shout out John Roser. Shout out Grandfather's Cookout Weekend. It's up this weekend, bro.
It's going to be amazing.
It's up and it's stuck this weekend.
It's going to be amazing. So yesterday, of course the Grizzlies are playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Cleveland has not lost a game since the beginning of February, where they dropped a game to the Boston Celtics. They have had two 15-game win streaks go on this year. And, of course, there have only been 10 teams that have walked out of an arena with a win over the Cleveland Cavaliers this season. So, daunting task.
Well, Vernon, we have a little bit of added motivation. Did you hear about this? A little bit of added motivation.
Okay.
Oh, they went to Nashville?
Darius Garland said they should move the team. They said they should move the team, and they were kicking it in Nashville the last 3 days.
Well, that's because Garland's from there.
So, why don't you fly to Memphis?
Garland, well, I'm sure they did that for one of their best players. He is embedded in. I mean,
just go hang out in Nashville?
Well, no. Not only did he go to high school there, he goes there every offseason, and he also went to college.
Yeah,
there.
he lives there.
I'm familiar with that, but
yeah,
also,
Garland's a Nashville guy.
Also, you play the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday. Why are you not locked in?
What?
I don't think they're taking us seriously.
Oh, stop.
I'm chip on the shoulder right now.
Look,
I'm finding a reason to be mad about that.
The only thing that matters is if 13's in the game, and it sounds like 13's going to be in the game.
13 is going to be.
Sounds like 13's going to be in the game tonight.
And
so
King
happy
of
for
13.
Wait, what you?
What now?
What do you
Got
have?
in the mail today.
What?
This morning it
It's
shows
Jaren.
up.
What is that?
This is the Jaren Jackson Jr. Panini Select courtside silver PSA 10 rookie.
Are you trying to
what you
sell
did.
online?
Look what you
No,
did.
no,
You
no,
started
no.
this.
Oh,
Look,
this is
hey,
for
you
the
started
no.
this.
I'm
You
giving.
started this.
No, no, no.
He's gonna
I
do
am
this
going. No, no,
every
no.
day
Here's
now.
what I'm going to help people out here. If you want to make money, I'm going to help you out here.
Oh my God!
There are only
did it.
28 of these that exist
Oh,
in a
God.
PSA 10. There's
You
only
did it.
28 of these. This card goes for $75. Do you know how much this card of Luka Doncic goes for? I'm dead serious. Over $3,000. It does not make sense.
He's finna
If
turn
you
this
can
into a sports
find
card
this.
Oh my God!
This is gonna be the sports
Roser.
card show.
I know.
There you go.
This is his dream.
No, it's not. No,
This
it's
is
not.
his
I don't know that
fiending
much.
for this
I
moment.
know about Jaren, though. I know about that.
All right, there you go.
But we got 13 back tonight.
Like-
they don't have 45. Hold that.
No Obama.
Okay, here's what I do know. So I was recording the mismatch this morning with Jacoby, and he said that he went and looked on FanDuel, and he said it's a 2-point line. I was like, what? He said it's a 2-point line. He said it's Cleveland -2 against the Grizzlies tonight. Is that true?
I believe that
I didn't
is.
even check against it.
Let me double check.
But he said that, and I mean,
It is
I took him.
2.5. Yeah.
I took him at his word.
Yeah, Cavs 2.5.
Well, hey, so you're saying there's a chance, right? And this is big proving ground time. There's a lot of these teams throughout the NBA, and especially depending on how your schedule goes for a week or two, where they rack up wins, and then it's like, okay, now it's time to play somebody awesome, right?
Yeah.
And you know who else is about to run into it, which we realized this morning, is the Golden State Warriors have been on an absolute tear. They've won 9 of their last 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
Their next 3 games are New York, Denver, Milwaukee.
Yep.
So we are going to find out, right? Like, it's one thing for them to be able to run roughshod over the schedule that they have had thus far. Same thing goes with the Grizzlies. It's not like the Grizzlies have been running roughshod over anybody, but they have won 4 straight after they had dropped those nail-biters to the Knicks, the Spurs, and the Hawks. They have rebounded, and they won 4 straight, but I think there is a sentiment that, you know, you look at the 4 straight that they've won, and you go, yeah, but look at who they've played, right? And those games were all close. So this is like big proving ground to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight at FedEx Forum. So
You'll make a headline on ESPN if you be the team that break the streak, right?
Huh?
I said if you be the team that breaks the streak.
Oh yeah,
Like, be the team that break the streak. They're 15 in a row, bro.
right.
Like,
They're 15 in a row.
somebody's got to do it.
They're 15 in a row, and also, in addition to 15 in a row, they have won 55 games or whatever it is already this year. I mean, this team has a opportunity to have one of the greatest seasons in NBA history this year. In addition to that, you have the Heat coming in on Saturday night, who have been, I mean, they've just absolutely fell apart. They have fallen apart. They only have one win in the month of March, and so that has been an absolute disaster for them thus far. So we got those two games. Obviously, we've got the big one tonight against Cleveland. Then we have the one tomorrow night against Miami, and the Miami game is going to feature the Tony Allen retirement night, which should be unbelievable. I'm going to tell you more about that. Let me take a quick break, and then we'll come back after this. Chris Vernon Show.
We are in March, which is Women's History Month.
True.
And we were talking about how do we kick off the show? What can we talk about? And we were like, why don't we talk about women's shoes? The Sabrina one. Okay.
Can't go wrong.
Right?
That's a good shoe.
And the two, you could argue, is even better. But the one's
you can't
fine.
have the two without the one.
Yeah.
Though.
In the month of February, the Sabrina 2 was the second most worn shoe in the NBA in minutes played. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with two big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans, and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing at FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage. Total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Bane, a pump fake, a three. It's through for Desmond Bane. FBK. Fly by King. Wheels through the lane. Now spins back. Ja hangs. Puts it in. Oh, what a shot by Morant in the clutch. So hot. Oh, Jerry said no. Because he doesn't put on the play. Comes up with a monster block.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Just be cool. Throwing dead presidents. Look alive. Party is the evidence. It's a vibe. Celebrating excellence.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. What are the Tigers doing? Down 10 already to the Wichita State Shockers? What are we doing?
We trying to get an 8 seed?
Dude just hit a tray ball. They went to commercial, bro. We took a timeout.
We trying to get an 8 seed?
We need a timeout, bro.
What is this on? Is this on ESPN?
ESPN 2. Yeah. I got it on the YouTube TV right.
What happened? So you got the TV on over there.
We got 20-10 right now. Wichita is up on Memphis. So all right. Get it together, fellas. Yeah, get it together. As I mentioned, not only a huge night tonight with the Cleveland Cavaliers coming into town and them having the record that they have, and an opportunity for the Grizzlies to prove that these wins are not just because they have been playing against a bunch of rat teams, but rather that they can compete against the best of the best. The last time they had this opportunity on like a Friday night game was that Knicks game, and they lost at the buzzer. It's something we truly lamented. They should have won that game. Yeah. But we had that, the last Friday, Saturday night back-to-back. We got to do better than that one because that one was rough. We ended up coming in here after that one on Monday, and we're furious about what took place with the Knicks and the Spurs. And so, but like that, playing an unbelievable opponent on Friday night and then a mega winnable game on Saturday night because, as I said, the Heat, golly,
big bonds.
They haven't beaten anybody, and they even lose to the Hornets, right? And like that, they have just gone the wrong way. They've only got one win in this month thus far, so they have gone the wrong way very fast. But tomorrow night is the Tony Allen retirement ceremony night. As I mentioned yesterday, for those that did not hear, I got a call yesterday afternoon from people here saying that the shirts will be in by the game tonight. And so if you do not have one of the All Heart Grit Grind t-shirts, those are going to be in the team store by tonight. And so they will have them for tonight's game. They will have them for tomorrow night's game. So I don't think they're in the Grizzlies' den yet, but they will be. I am told they will be in there and available for tonight's game. In addition to that, it is a 191 collabs night. Our girl Breeze came in town, or came in studio yesterday. Devin's wearing the hoodie that they've got, and we got all the stuff up there. This is one of the best collabs they've ever had, for sure.
I messed with this.
This is amazing. Every product is awesome. Yeah. The T-shirt's great, the hoodie's great, the beanie's great, and the hat is great. So shout out to Breeze in that group. So that's going to be going on tonight. So, there's going to be a bunch of this is going to be a big team store night for sure with the Grizz Den in between the Tony Allen t-shirts and then the Breeze collab.
And then they got another like auxiliary TA hoodie in there for retirement night tomorrow.
Oh, with that
on.
Yeah, there's going to be another TA hoodie that's going to have this on
the back of it.
Yep.
They got that on the back of it. It says TA9 Grandfather right here on the top. And they got that little look right there on the back of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So those hoodies are going to be available. And obviously, as we mentioned, first 5,000 are going to get this record. And it is a real record that has all kinds of TA moments on the record that could be played in the record player. And so big time collector's item for sure. And obviously, as we mentioned, Lupe Fiasco is going to be there.
Shout out Lupe.
They told me they went through like a rundown yesterday for what it's going to be like for the retirement ceremony when the number goes up. This is what I was told. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Let's go.
Like the intro videos and everything. And
I saw the intro. It made me get a little emotional. It was hard. I was like, damn.
And I'll give you a heads up for like how this is going to work, just because I got my schedule for what's going on with like the post game and everything. Basically, like the game will end and boom, they're going to start doing, you got to set the whole thing up, right? And so we're going to go on the post game and we're going to do like a recap of whatever happened in the Heat game, get you ready for the TA ceremony, whatever. I am told that, at least this is what it says in the rundown, that they are taking there's going to be a compilation, I think it's like a 10-minute or whatever clip of the TA documentary, and maybe even some scenes that we didn't see, whatever. Anyways, there is a compilation, like a 10-minute video that they are going to show in the arena while they are setting up. So the game's going to end, and as they're getting everything set up for the retirement ceremony, they're going to run the documentary on the Jumbotrons. And so everybody in the crowd's going to be able to watch this, thing about him and Memphis. And, it's going to, especially for people that haven't seen it, it's going to, get you ready for what's about to happen, because it's going to rekindle all of those feelings that you had, that we had when we were watching the documentary, right? And all those moments in a Memphis uniform or whatever. But evidently, for the people that have to do that kind of stuff, they say the videos, the setup, it said it's going to be unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Massively, massively memorable. And evidently, the Lupe Fiasco thing's going to be super cool too.
Let's go.
Right?
Lupe,
so
man.
I'm excited. We don't have that many. We've been looking forward to this weekend all season. Obviously, we do Tuesdays with Tony, and have all had a relationship with Tony for many, many years. But now it is here, right? That is going on tomorrow night. Not to mention how many people are going to be in town for it.
Ain't no telling who's going to show up tomorrow.
Ain't no telling how many. Look, even the names that I asked him about earlier this week, the people, of course people, expect to see some, former Grizzlies players and coaches, et cetera, like that. But, people ain't going to be expected to be walking around and seeing Al Jefferson. But, Al Jefferson's going to be here. There's going to be all kinds of people from Tony's past that are going to be here. So that's going to be, it seems like they've had a lot of time to plan this thing, and it seems like in between, the gear, the record, the game presentation, this is going to be one of those that we, don't forget.
Yeah,
right? They've made a big deal out of this, and I think it will be appropriate considering how many people love Tony.
Yes.
Yeah, I told the Grandfather Cookout. Somebody just tweeted us on Twitter. Des McKinley, he said, longtime listener. I go back to the Text Toy Taco Meat Vernon Listener of the Year contest runner-up. He just touched down in Memphis from Charlotte for the Tony Allen jersey retirement.
Oh, dude, wow. This tweet is crazy. He has a picture of you and him together outside selling the shirts, and you can see this AM 730 Fox Sports banner out there.
Real throwback.
How long ago? Real throwback.
Bro, ain't no telling, just not just former players, former
yeah.
people. There are going to be people Grizzly fans that have maybe moved out of the city that are going to be back in the city for this weekend because Tony Allen.
The other thing is, listen, bro, in 11, when that all happened, you got to remember this. 2011, that all happened, and they make that first playoff run and the all hard grit grind. That's when that all started and everything. My son was 1.
Yeah.
He was 1 year old. He drove to Walgreens yesterday.
How'd it go?
Evidently great.
Were you in the car?
Hell no.
Just grab the old shit handle like my mom used to do. My mom used to grab the old shit handle when I used to drive.
No. My wife and daughter were in the car.
Well, they gave it to you.
I have not. No, this is a true story. I have not ridden with it.
Are you scared?
She has been doing it, especially during now it's spring break or whatever.
Yeah.
But she'll let him drive around the neighborhood. She has been working with him in terms of driving. I will say, obviously I let him drive the golf cart whenever we're out. So I mean, he has had an awareness of how a brake and a brake and an accelerator and a steering wheel, right? And so, but anyways, he has been driving. He got his permit, and so there's easing him in. But evidently, he drove down drove to Walgreens and back yesterday. But the point is, he was one when all this stuff started, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people, like, and he'll be at the game on Saturday night. My daughter was -2.
-2
when it all started.
I was in junior high school.
Yeah, right.
I was in junior high school. When
and now look, right? So
look
I mean, now
look
you
at me
have,
now.
but what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of people that, like, when all that stuff.
That's
crazy.
the tweet right there. Yeah, that's
Look
dope. That's so
that.
dope, man. That's so dope.
Shout out Des McKinney, unbelievable.
I hope we see you this weekend, Des, for sure. I hope we run into you, bro.
That's unbelievable. Look at that. That's right across the street from where we are right now.
Mm-hmm. That's hard.
There's nothing in that building.
It's just empty. The jump right here?
Nothing. There's nothing.
Like right by Wet Willie's. That jump right there.
There's nothing in that building.
Come on.
Nothing.
We got to put something in there.
No. I'm not kidding you. What year did we leave there, Roser? Would you say we left 7:30?
2013, 2012? 2012.
2012.
Now listen to this. I'm being dead serious.
No, 2013. I think it's 2013.
Okay, 2013?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm being dead serious. This is true.
Yeah.
Roser will tell you. I think Roser still has a key.
Maybe.
We still have stuff in there.
From back in the day?
Let me see.
Nobody's ever cleaned it out.
I got a lot of keys.
Bro, one day we got to go over there, bro.
We can.
Like,
There's probably all kinds of. What are you, a janitor?
Yeah, janitor.
Look like a. What other secret life do you have going on? What other secret life do you have going on?
Bro, look at all those damn keys.
No, he is truly from like he is 1993 guy in so many ways. Wait,
I'm future. I got the keys.
Hey, do you know? Hey, there are two reasons that I think his back got so screwed up. One of which he was always going to the chiropractor and they probably broke it. The second one, though, is probably 1B on the list. Is look at this. Wait, ask him to pull out his wallet.
Oh no, you wallet guy? You thick wallet guy too,
bro?
You got keys and a damn wallet?
No, it's a weapon. He could throw his wallet at somebody. You know how like people have like thin wallets, whatever? No. He has every gift card he's gotten in the last 35 years in there.
Just in case you want to reload it.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Oh, it's
bro,
not as bad.
That joint is wrinkly and dinky as a mud, bro.
So it's not as big a brick as it used to be, but still, you can't sit on that all day.
No, I used to, and that caused a lot of the back problems. But
Money longer,
no,
bro.
I put it in my pocket, like my left pocket, forever.
Roser.
The keys, though, no, I can tell you everything.
Oh, don't. We don't.
Girlfriend's house, mom's house.
Oh, he just wanted to say
girlfriend's house.
Studio key.
You literally did this exercise so you could say you have a key to your girlfriend's house.
As the first key.
You for sure did that.
This is the key
you said was
I'm
girlfriend's
probably one
house.
of the only people that have a key to this studio. Key to this studio.
Bro, I got a finger button. What's wrong with you? Yeah. My finger work. What you talking about?
Apartment mailbox, stepmom's house, mom's house.
Where's 7:30?
I think this might be it because I don't know where this key.
we
I
gotta
don't
find a
know
way to
what
get in.
this
We
key goes to, and that was the shape of the
gotta do
key
a
to get in
project,
there.
bro.
This might be it.
Hilarious. I promise you. You know what it'd be though? It's like the last time we went in there, we did it like several years ago. Like it was a bunch of like all my old SEC media guides and crap like that. Because I took all the crap I needed and left.
Yeah.
We were done. But I left all the other stuff, and I was like, you guys can just throw it away. Well, they stopped doing the radio station there, and then nobody threw any of the stuff away.
Nope.
It's just in there.
Bro, somebody probably sleeping on that. Sleeping
Hilarious.
in that bro.
No, I guarantee
it definitely smells like piss.
Sleeping good as hell in there, boy.
Bro, dude, that elevator that's right there behind Dyer's, that's what we had to take up every day.
Yeah.
Oh, it was constantly smelled of feces and urine.
Yeah.
Homeless people would go in there and take a crap.
And nap.
Yes.
And nap.
Because it was, yeah.
Bro, you could open
It's
that
hard.
elevator one day
That
to
is-
take the elevator up, and the elevator would open, and there would be a dude just sleeping on the floor
it's bad.
on the elevator. Yeah.
It's bad.
We got to go on like a little tour, bro. We got to take a camera.
I don't know if you want to. There might be a whole village in there.
Yeah,
There
it might
just
be
rats.
a lot of dookie and
Seriously.
piss
Yeah.
and
Yeah, dude, it's
like,
bad.
mountains of
Yeah,
turds.
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad
Shout
deal.
out 730 though, man.
Anyways, yeah, that was back in the day, and obviously we used to set up right outside when we were selling the old All Heart Grit Grind shirts that were there. Memphis is now down by 6.
Yeah,
25-19.
PJ Haggerty went on like a little personal like 6-0, 7-0 run, getting back in the game. For 3, Tyrese Hunter brick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So
looking rough.
hopefully, look, this has been commonplace throughout the Memphis season, which is we sit there and we go, what the hell is wrong with them in the first half? And then in the second half, they storm back and they end up winning the game.
I don't like any of this talk. I don't like any of this.
What?
This is March. Are we trying to get a freaking 6 or 7 seed, or are we going to get an 8 or 9 seed? I don't like how they've come out. I don't care. Don't be lazy. And the same goes with our team tonight. If you cannot beat the Cleveland Cavaliers without Donovan Mitchell, sorry. You're cooked. You got to win tonight.
What do you
You
mean?
got to
What do you
win
mean?
big
What do you
tonight.
mean? What happened to
What
him?
happened to you?
Did, when the camera was off you, did you start slamming C4?
I know, right? I think it's just
I've
hit a
had
line
2
back
already
there.
today.
You've had 2 C4.
Dude, I've been
That is
up
like
since
600 milligrams of caffeine.
Bro, Roser, it's
400.
12:30, bro.
Come on,
Dude, I
Roser.
have been up since 5:45.
Doing what?
I had to do Jessica's show this morning. So, yeah.
5. The show starts at 8.
The show's at 8.
And then I went and walked a mile. Walked a
In,
mile.
in your shoes?
Well, my
Johnny
New
Walker.
Balances,
Did you
my Cooper flags.
Why did you walk a mile?
Between shows. I went and walked
Just
a mile.
walking?
Then I had a meeting with
No.
Darnell,
What did
Darnell
you,
and them.
What did you do from 5:45 to 8?
I didn't actually get out of bed until 6. Alarm went off at 5:45. 6 to about 6:35. Stretch, warm up, like get moving.
Get ready
You
for
gotta
the
get
day.
ready for the day?
I can't just hop out of bed and start going.
You have to
I've
do like
got
a whole warm up.
It takes me, yeah. Just kind of.
Can we get like a whole? Can we get a Roser vlog?
But anyways, like no, you're beating around the bush with tonight. They don't have Donovan Mitchell. We have to win this game. You have to win.
We don't have Santi Aldama.
You got him. There you go. You got him.
We have our 3.
We got 12, 13, and 22.
Yeah,
I'm
we
with you,
got
Roser.
and they don't have Donovan Mitchell. You got to win that game.
12, 13, and 22.
gotta win tonight.
Hey,
They've lost 10 times all year.
I
don't
don't
give a damn.
care.
They're-
They
hey.
don't have their first team All NBA player.
tonight is gonna be their John Wall night, Verno. They
What?
get number 11.
What?
They get their John Wall tonight. They get number 11. Because we got 12, 13, and 22. Roser, I'm with you, bro.
We are.
I'm with you, Roser.
What Darius Garland wear number 10?
He wears number 10.
Yeah, they target his ass all night.
Yeah.
Go him all night.
Yeah, he got that weak
Put
ass
him in
pineapple pony.
everything.
Get
Work
on his
him.
ass.
These are their losses this year. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
This is who they have lost to this year. So you can decide after you hear this, right? Of course, you know they started the season 15-0. And then they lost.
That's crazy.
Then they lost by 3 to the Boston Celtics, 15-1. Then they lost after they won 2 more games. They're 17-1 and played 2 in a row against Atlanta and lost both of them. So that gets you to 3 losses. So 1 to Boston,
2 to Atlanta.
2 to Atlanta,
And their 3rd to Atlanta.
the Miami Heat. They lost a game at Miami. Who hasn't?
Wow. Also, were the Atlanta games in Atlanta?
Huh?
Were the Atlanta
One
games?
of them.
There you go.
Well,
It
know.
makes sense. Yep. There you go.
All right.
There we go.
They lost to Indiana. Okay. They lost a game to Indiana. They lost 3 in a row at one point in late January at Houston, at Philadelphia, and Houston. Okay.
So they lost to Houston twice?
And then they lost to Boston. Interestingly enough, they have lost 10 games this year, but they have lost 2 to Atlanta, they have lost 2 to Boston, and they have lost 2 to
Houston.
No.
You said Houston.
Oh, I did say Houston twice?
Yeah.
2 to Houston.
They
So that's-
also lost to the Sixers.
So, okay, but at that point.
That's humiliating.
What?
Well, you good then?
You said they lost to the Sixers. The Sixers haven't been good all year.
No, I got you, but that was one of the.
They almost lost to the Hornets.
Oh, you know what?
Come on.
Tell you, bro, we can get them, bro.
No, I tell you this: the Sixers' loss is the most inexplicable of the year because it was Paul George, Yabusele, Maxey, Eric Gordon, and Kelly Oubre, and then their bench was Justin Edwards, Adem Bona, and Jeff Doughton Jr.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. What the heck?
Exactly.
And they almost lost to the Hornets. Dude, they don't have
That's
their best player. We can beat them. Yeah, probably.
They went to Nashville. They
gotta beat
us.
them. You got to win this game tonight.
Okay, look. So, but it is kind of crazy that they have 10 losses all season, and 6 of them are to 3 teams. Isn't that wild?
That is kind of wild.
You got 10 losses the whole year,
Yeah.
but you've lost multiple times to 3 different teams.
Yeah.
That is strange.
Now,
You're going to add to 4 tonight.
Huh?
You're going to add to 4 tonight. I need the crowd to be on fire tonight, Vernon.
Jessica did say earlier, told me they are 5-0 without Donovan Mitchell, but I don't really care about that. I don't know who those 5 guys
they've
are.
only lost 10 games,
I
bro.
don't think you're going to find many scenarios where their record isn't awesome.
Right.
Like you're going to have to say like what their record is against the Hawks to find something bad.
Right.
Right. What did I say? Hawks, Celtics, and
Rockets.
And Rockets.
They're 0-2 against the Rockets. That was both their games with the Rockets this year.
Yeah, they're bad in the H-Town. They're 0-2
But like we
in
played
H-Town.
them tough in Cleveland, and they had all their guys. Well, they didn't have Garland. Didn't play that game, did he?
No.
DG didn't play
Okay.
that. Yeah, he didn't play that one.
So they don't have Mitchell's more important than Garland.
Garland didn't play that game, and it was one of the games that we did actually have a full roster. We had Jaren Jackson Jr., we had John Morant, and we had Desmond Bane for that game. But, I mean, Bane, look, I remember coming out of that game and being like, geez, man, if Dez just wasn't 2 for 13 and 0 of 7 from 3. I mean, it was his worst game. For sure, in a big game, that was his worst. I mean, he had 7 points in the game. You know? He was 2 for 13.
Couldn't make anything.
When have you seen Desmond Bane be 2 for 13?
Yeah. Other than
It
that,
just never happens.
Yeah, he hadn't been like he's been good. He's been good lately. So, like I said, I want to make sure we get a nice heavy. I'm trying not to say the L word. A lot of 12, 13, and 22. Like I want to. We don't want no bullshit tonight.
Yep.
Like make sure we get a heavy dose of them.
Yep.
Heavy dose. I know we want to.
And
respectfully.
look, we're going to have to see what Jaren looks like. One of the things that I've said is it's been great to see him bouncing around on the sidelines a lot recently. We have seen that, and even, you know, it wasn't like he was on crutches. It wasn't like he was on a boot. It wasn't like, right? And I kind of feel, I am hopeful that, you know, even last week when I saw it, and I saw him like going up and down the tunnel, and I saw him, he's up the whole game, and he's bouncing around on the sidelines and jumping around with everybody and hooting and hollering, as it were. And I said, like, bro, I don't think he's going to be out that long. Like, just watching him on the sidelines, this don't seem like some kind of terrible sprained ankle. And so my hope is that they actually were, like, that this was actually being extra careful. Like, to get to this point to where he's playing on Cleveland and not because I did see a sentiment last night from somebody in the national media. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Nate Duncan, and he said, I saw that he had seen the news about Jaren Jackson Jr. and about his availability, and this is a totally fair thing to ponder, especially if, you know, if you haven't been like us and seeing him all the time, bouncing around. His point was, I hope this isn't a Halliburton situation where the guy is going, hey, I'm not going to be able to be all NBA. I'm not going to be able to win defensive player of the, like, you know what I mean? Where you rush back to action, because that was and that's a real thing that is happening, right? It is part of the undesired impact of this 65 game rule, which is Halliburton came back and was a shell of himself for the rest of the time. Really. Like, he was a different player when he came back. And the prevailing sentiment, which I believe to be true, was, bro, he came back so he could hit that 65 games, right? Yeah. Like, if that rule didn't exist, he would not be playing. But that rule does exist. And then he ended up, and my opinion was, you know, they basically gave him that award for what he did through December, but he did get third team All-NBA. So he ended up, right? He made that All-NBA team, therefore making himself eligible for the contract and blah, blah, blah. And so
they made the East Conference Finals last year, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But he was not.
Yeah.
He was not an All-NBA level player the second half of the season.
No, he wasn't.
But like,
right?
He was good in the playoffs, though. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I guess he got right at some point.
He wasn't that good in the playoffs.
I mean, you got to have your best player
No,
be good.
they made the East Finals because Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby
Everybody got hurt.
Everybody for the Knicks got hurt.
They
Okay,
just
they had
kept,
to still play basketball, yo.
they just kept catching breaks. They did.
You still got to put the ball in the hoop.
But
Dude, if some team beat
but are you
us to
gonna
go to
add-
the Eastern Conference, if some team beat us to go to the Western Conference Finals, and John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. were hurt, you would be saying like, yeah, they made it because of that.
Tonight, if we beat the Cavs, people are like, oh, Donovan Mitchell was hurt. Guess what we're going to say? We won the damn game.
No, I'm saying we have to win the game.
No, I'm saying either way. If we beat the Cavs tonight, there's going to
Yeah.
be people that say Donovan Mitchell didn't play. But guess what we're going to say? We beat the Cavs. You won the game.
Yeah.
You won the game.
It's still, look,
you still got to win the game.
At this point, everybody knows that your season is dependent upon who can stay healthy for not only this stretch run, but also once you get into the playoffs. Like you saw the Lakers lose again last night.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Luka might not be able to play in their because they've got a back-to-back, right? I think they go again tonight. And so
Luka's been he's been on his Dallas shit, bro. He's been whining a lot.
well, and they
since
said
LeBron got
that
hurt.
they say that so they're at the Nuggets. You want to talk? It is honestly it is the worst of all back-to-backs. We have experienced this many times throughout the years. The worst team to play on a back-to-back is Denver. Their airport's far away. You got the whole I can't breathe thing.
It's tough.
You know, I mean, it's just not. It's the worst one.
We get to do
That's,
it.
that's
we
why
get
it's
to do it.
Milwaukee to Denver.
Huh?
The Milwaukee to Denver. flight?
Milwaukee to
Dude,
Denver is a brutal back-to-back.
We have not.
You get in town at
we
2
have
a.m.?
coming up. We have an 8:30 Thursday night game against Minnesota, and then a Friday night game in Denver.
God.
Less than 24 hours later. Like, dude, it is.
Well, get ready for a lot of Scottie Pippen minutes.
Damn right. Jay Huff, suit up. Marvin Bagley. Happy birthday, by the way, Bags.
Yuki gonna get in
It's
that
Marvin
one.
Bagley's birthday?
Yeah, it's Bags' birthday today. And Steph Curry's.
It is?
Yeah.
God,
Ooh,
did you
congrats,
see
Steph.
last night? He hit 4,003.
4,000, bro. Mr. 4,000.
Second play. Did you see the graphic?
Yeah.
James Harden has 3,100 something. He's 874 ahead.
Yeah, he's.
Or something like that. I was like, my God, 874? Bro, you would have to play an NBA season and average 10 a game to hit 800 threes.
It's Steph Curry, first player with 4K, all-time leader in threes, most threes in the season, all-time leader in playoff threes. Like, the dude is, he is.
4,000?
Yeah, he's one of one, man.
It is just a preposterous number. And look, they have moved up to 6 right now. They're only a half game up on Minnesota. Would you rather play them or Minnesota? I would rather play Minnesota.
I'd rather play Minnesota.
You agree?
A 1,000%.
1,000%.
I was talking to.
I will run to Minnesota, bro.
So I was talking
them.
to Jessica about it because her husband's a Warriors fan, so she's like, I've watched the Warriors a ton.
Yep.
Since she goes, they are freaking good.
Hell yeah,
Like,
they're
they
good.
are. They are good. And
But
it's
here's
yeah.
the
We're going to
thing.
find out. They've been beating up on a lot of crap.
And they don't have size.
Yeah.
This is, honestly, we talked about this when we were recording this morning. If you are going to line up, okay, here's proving ground. I'm going to give you 3 games. It might be the best 3-game set you could give them because you've got the Knicks and you've got Denver and you've got Milwaukee. All 3 present the exact thing that you are deficient in. So we're going to find out, right? Is it able to overwhelm in the way that Warriors teams of the past, the small ball kills you? Because, bro, it's Towns and Robinson, it's Jokic and Gordon, and then it's Giannis and Brook Lopez in that group.
Yeah, that's rough.
And it was crazy. If you, if you flipped it on last night, that Bucks team made the Lakers look small.
They did.
The Bucks are big.
They are.
And the other thing is, and we spoke about this. I said they are one of those teams that you could foresee a circumstance where they are much better as a playoff team than they are a regular season team, just because of that crazy size. Yeah, even when you see Kuzma out there with them, like, damn, bro, you are big across. It's just like Damian Lillard and a bunch of big ass dudes. It reminded you of when the Lakers came and they had, when they had Russell, and it was like Russell or Schroeder, but then everybody else on the court was 6'7".
Yeah,
and it just made you look like a JV team.
Yeah,
that's
Vanderbilt, AD. Yeah, that was a big squad.
Right, Rui, huge.
Yeah.
Right, they would run Cam Reddish out there. Even all of them. They were always big. Whereas the Bucks, they're also, and we saw this when it came to that Emirates Cup and they played against Oklahoma City. Same kind of deal. It's like, bro, there are these teams that the dead ball basketball teams, as I call them, right? And these are typically the vet teams that they are more willing to play you where we run a play, you run a play. Teams like us, teams like Oklahoma City, teams like Houston, Denver even loves it. Like, you want to make your way in transition. You're leading the league in transition buckets. You want to fly up and down the court. You want to, the more the game is going up and down, the better it is for you. But every once in a while, you can just drag that game into, nope, we're not playing that way. And look, this is it's interesting. We're going to be raising Tony Allen's number up in the rafters. This was the Grizzlies.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Which was, you're Lob City and everybody's in love with you. You don't get, no. We're playing 88-86, bro.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. And that's exactly what Milwaukee did to Oklahoma City when it came to the in-season tournament. Nah, we ain't doing this.
Yeah.
No, we're not playing 120s. We're playing in the 90s.
Yeah.
In style and in point total.
Yep.
So come on. Let's see you guys. We run a play, you run a play. You get a rebound, try to get a rebound against us, because we're just going to be packed in. And we're going to use this size. And I do think, and that'll be interesting to see with Cleveland as well. They have size, but people aren't going to believe in Cleveland until they can beat somebody like Milwaukee in the second round of the playoffs.
Yep.
And it appears right now, I know that Milwaukee and Indiana kind of go back and forth in terms of their seeding, and Detroit's in the mix with them. But it appears the most likely scenario would be Cleveland versus Milwaukee and then Boston versus New York in the second round. And at that point, this Cleveland team, who I know people, I understand because of my, my stance I've had forever, is the awareness of veteran teams win, bro. There's a reason that your best player is usually 27 or older. There's a reason that you've been in so many situations. You've been in so many playoff series. You have been through a myriad of adjustments that have taken place against you, right? Here's how we're getting played this time. Here's how my deficiencies now are going to become spotlighted, right? I better be able to do this because it is now somebody is just focused on me. And that just does not happen during the regular season. That's why playoff basketball is so different. And, I always talk about teams being able to get their scars, and you're going to see, again, Cleveland's had they had a series last year against Orlando and then got beat in that second round. And then Oklahoma City had their series against the Pelicans and then got beat in that second round. And we will see if either of those teams can be the exception to the rule. But make no mistake, they are the exception. I keep hearing Gary says this twice a week, where he says, and Chris says, he's like, I don't really subscribe to it because the Warriors were bad, and then they got Steve Kerr, and then they were great. And it's like, bro, they went to the playoffs twice under Mark Jackson. They won in the playoffs, and then they got beat in a 7-game series, and then they went the next year, and they got swept out in the first round by the Clippers. Oh, no. No, they lost in 7, right, to the Clippers. Right.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So they got walloped that first year in the second round, and then the next year they ended up losing. And then the next year was the year that we played them in the second round. It was the 4-2, and then Tony went out with the hamstring and whatever else, right?
Yep.
And the rest is history, and they started their run. But, like, bro, they went to the playoffs and played 2 series, and then they came back the next year and got bounced in the first round.
Yep.
And then, like, so even if you want to say their timeline was short, it wasn't like they went to the playoffs and then they got beat, and then the next year they came back and won the championship. No, it was that was their third go through.
Yeah,
and it was honestly like, you know, and then they ran roughshod over everybody. I mean, I don't even know. Did they lose a playoff game outside of Memphis?
You're talking about 2014?
Yeah. How many games did they even lose in that playoffs?
Other than the Grizz, they lost to the Rockets one time and lost to the Cavs in the finals twice, so 3 games.
Okay.
So like 5 games. 5 games total.
16 and 5.
16 and 5, the total playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. No, bro, the 2017 year, they lost 4 games in the playoffs.
Well, there's one that they didn't lose at all, or once. 15 and 1, I think.
16, 17, yeah. They swept the Trailblazers, swept the Jazz, 4-1 the Spurs, and 4-1 the Cavs. So that's
2.
That's 2.
They 4-1 the Spurs.
4-1 the Spurs. Yeah, 4-1 the Cavs.
They 4-1 the Spurs because that's the game one. Wait, no, because didn't they end up sweeping?
Wait, this is not right because it says 4-1, but it says 4W. So yeah, they swept the Trailblazers, swept the Jazz, swept the Spurs, one loss to the Cavs.
Yeah, they wouldn't have swept the Spurs. That game 1, the Spurs were up like 20, and Kawhi, Pachulia. That's the Pachulia on Kawhi.
16-17 year, bro. Golly.
Well, that's Durant,
That's
right?
the KD
Yeah, that's
year.
the
It's
KD. That's
first
the
KD.
deadline up year.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Yeah, but by the way, the Tigers are getting cooked by Foel Embiid.
No,
right
they're
now.
not.
Foel Embiid is going federal, Vernon.
What?
Foel Embiid is.
Who is Foel Embiid?
He blocking shots.
I don't even know if you're using a fake name.
Foel Embiid.
That's his actual name?
Nah, he looked like Joel Embiid.
Okay, so what
Look
is
at
his?
his mom.
Oh my God!
This Joel Embiid looking.
He looks like Black Boban.
He ain't playing for the Sixers because he playing for the damn Wichita
He does.
State.
He looks like Boban, doesn't he?
Yeah, like a thick Boban. Yeah, bro.
He's wearing us out.
Yeah, bro. He blocked the shot.
We're down 5.
No, bro. He just blocked the shot, then ran down
We're
the
down 5. What are you overreacting
But
for?
Foel Embiid going federal, bro.
Oh my God.
Dude, he has 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's not going
Did you just
federal.
see the sequence I just saw?
Come on.
We try to lay that joint up, swat it off the backboard, run the floor, cram on somebody's head. Y'all ain't watching. I'm tapped in.
Well, the Feds
I'm
need to do a
tapped
sweep.
in.
Feds need to do a sweep.
What is that guy's name?
Foel Embiid.
Quincy Ballard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Played at Florida State. Not surprised. Tall athlete. By the way, Dame Danger's shoulder looks like it's hurting. The trainer's having to stretch out his shoulder.
Quincy Ballard had a good year. He did 10 points, 9 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
This guy's not a bum.
Yeah. What did he do against us the last time?
I mean, they beat us. They beat us before, bro.
Yeah.
They're one of the teams that beat us.
Damn, he had 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 blocks against
Tell
us.
you, bro, Foel Embiid going fed.
Oh, wow.
Watch out for Foel.
Oh, Roser is super disappointed. He thinks we should be winning.
We should. This is embarrassing.
What kind of seed do you want?
Well, we're going to
give the halftime speech, a Penny Hardaway halftime speech.
No, it's my prediction.
Y'all want to be an 8? You're acting like you want to be an 8.
We are going to be a 6 or a 7, and we're playing in the first round. We're playing Arkansas.
I'm here to tell you.
As a 10 or 11.
What?
That's it.
Our boy Kobe Rogers is big selling right now, bro.
Wait, is Arkansas making the tournament?
Yeah, they're going to be like 10 or 11. They're
Oh,
on the
really?
10-11 line, yeah, like firmly in.
Oh, firmly?
According to Lenardi and Jerry Pump,
they're
firm. They are firm.
Okay.
They're like this right now.
Oh, okay.
Like
All
this.
right. Let me look at this bracketology.
Like this.
Hold on. I'll go by the ESPN one.
Arkansas is like this in the tournament.
The last 4 in are San Diego State. I mean, my God, they've been to a Final Four recently.
I mean, the national title games a couple years ago.
North Carolina, they've been to one recently. Xavier and Texas. The first 4 out are Boise, Indiana, Colorado State, and my guy's in Dayton. That can't be.
yeah.
Dayton's got to get a dub. Dayton's got to. They need to take care of business. They've got them as the first 4 out. All right, right now, the 11 seeds are VCU, VCU ran roughshod over the Fighting Wojs this morning.
Yeah,
that was the first game
St.
that tipped
Bonaventure?
off. Yeah, St. Bonnie's. VCU, they are an 11. So if we just say who if you're praying for a 6 or a 7 in this deal, I'm just going to tell you who the 10s or 11s are right now, at least projected here. VCU's an 11. West Virginia is a 10.
They just lost to somebody crappy in their tournament.
Oklahoma is a 10.
That's Porter Moser.
San Diego State is an 11. All right. Then we got Vanderbilt is an 11. Vanderbilt's going to make the tournament?
I didn't know if they were because they lost to Texas.
Utah State is a 10.
Shout out our boy Justin Bean.
Isn't that who we played?
Fighting Justin
Oh,
Bean.
no, we played them in football.
Yeah,
we played them in the bowl game.
Yeah, we whooped their ass in football.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
right.
Stu Morrill.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out Flick the Bean himself.
Yeah.
Justin Bean.
And then we've got Arkansas an 11, as you mentioned.
Yep.
And Drake a 10. Oh, wow. No, you might be right.
Let's play
but
Arkansas.
Drake as a 10 is not. Oh, they've got Drake versus Gonzaga. That is. Alan Boston's head will explode.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Seriously.
Put them two against
Because two teams that he thinks could be like teams that could go a long way. And the NCAA always does this to get rid of, good smaller teams. So they make them play against each other.
That's why Memphis would play VCU and all that stuff. They play Memphis against VCU. They
Vince
play Gonzaga
Williams.
To knock out
Drake.
one of them?
To knock
get one of
them
those
out.
scary mid-majors out of
But
the
then
way.
if you put
Who did we play the year that we beat Gonzaga? Or I'm sorry, had to play Gonzaga in the second round.
Who we play that first game?
Boise?
It was Boise State, I think.
It was Boise.
And then one year we had to play St. Louis.
Yeah, one year we played St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. Yeah, we do. We one year we played Nevada. I remember during the Cal years.
Yeah.
We played Nevada. There was the one year that even the year that we played against what's it called? We had Mississippi State in the second round.
Yeah.
The Jamont Gordon team. That was the closest game we played in 08.
Yeah, it was.
Outside of the title game.
Yep, it was.
Was that Jamont Gordon game.
That Mississippi State
Against
team was
Mississippi
good.
State.
They
Yeah,
had,
they
didn't
were.
they have Tyler
pretty good.
Hansborough's little brother on the team too? Ben Hansborough.
Ben Hansborough. Yeah. Anyways,
PJ
And,
Haggerty.
and they
PJ
had
Haggerty's
Jarvis
having a carry us
Vernado.
right now.
huh?
He's having to carry us right now.
PJ Haggerty?
Yeah, because Kobe Rogers apparently made a phone call to his former teammates. I'm gonna read you his stat line, Vernon. Kobe
Oh,
Rogers.
this is a Kobe Rogers revenge game.
I think he made the phone call. Kobe Rogers, 13 minutes, same points as me, you, and Roser.
Oh.
1 rebound, 1 assist, 0 steals, a -8 in the box score. Tigers are down 1 though, so we're moving. We're moving right now. Tyrese Hunter, I need more from you. You got 2 points in 12 minutes. Come
He
on,
has
bro.
not been the same since he had the injury scare.
Yeah, man.
Hunter has not been the same. Would you guys agree?
Yes. Yeah.
He has not been effective like he was prior to that. Like, I have not seen the Tyrese Hunter from Maui. Where's that guy?
Yeah.
That dude was unbelievable in Maui.
Flashes and
Dude, he was
season,
great in Maui.
Yeah.
Great. I was like, bro, I'll put him up against guards all over this country.
Yeah.
Give me that guy. A dog. I think he's been injured. I think he's playing through it.
He sat out, I think maybe a couple games because of the injury, I remember. I think
he's playing through it because he just has not been that same guy.
Yeah.
As the season has gone on. So I think he's probably playing through something. Because it does him no good to sit. I mean, you know what I mean? He's now he's going to try to be making a living after this. Right?
Yeah, we need more from everybody.
I think we're
PJ versus everybody right now, Verno.
Oh.
He's really the only one. He just scored again. 39-38. PJ Haggerty has 18 of the Tigers' 38 points.
Well, that's your All-American. Your All-American's got to do All-American things.
Dude, could you imagine?
He's got to step up.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Could you imagine if Roser's right about this and it ends up Memphis, Arkansas?
It's not if I'm right. It's when I'm right.
That would be... Shut up. That would be amazing.
I would love that, bro.
We've never played Cal Perry?
And then in the tournament you get him? Because he been running from you playing the regular season joint? Oh, I'm with it.
Memphis versus Arkansas in a first-round NCAA tournament game would be unbelievable.
You get to send Cal home.
Where are the pods?
Atlanta.
There's Atlanta, but what else is...
There's not much that's like outside of Atlanta. I don't think there.
Get in the Atlanta pod,
Is there
bro.
a Dallas? Is there a Dallas one? Where is there any place reasonably close that Memphis could play? It'd probably end up being playing in like San Jose or some crap.
All right, here we go.
You know me.
Lexington.
There you go, Lex.
Where are the other ones?
First and second round, Raleigh, Milwaukee, Denver, Cleveland, Wichita, Seattle, Providence, Lexington, Dayton.
Bruh. Tigers
So,
versus Arkansas.
Lexington.
Okay.
Okay.
WWE, baby. Tigers versus Arkansas in Lexington. First round matchup.
The Cow Bowl
The
in
Cow Bowl.
Lexington.
I'm with it.
Great.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
The Cowberry Bowl in Lexington.
I like that.
And except it's Memphis versus Arkansas.
That's a great one.
Who do you think they would root for?
Huh?
They would root for us?
Yes.
They don't hate
100%.
Memphis.
No.
Kentucky doesn't hate Memphis.
No. Why would they hate Memphis?
I don't think it has the same juice with him at Arkansas as it would.
It doesn't.
Kentucky. Yeah.
No, of course it doesn't.
But it still
would have a lot of juice.
Yeah.
And
because it is Arkansas.
Would you rather do that and take the risk of losing to him or play like a San Diego State?
No, I'd rather play Arkansas.
You would.
Give me Arkansas.
Yeah.
Give me them Hogs.
Yeah.
Give me them Hogs.
But you've got a better chance of losing because, their problem is not talent.
No.
Nah.
And you also know that Arkansas team, as dismal as they have been given expectation probably, bro, if they played in our conference, I mean.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They play in the SEC.
The best basketball
You know what I'm
conference
saying?
of all time.
I mean, truly.
That conference is
You have to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the bottom teams in the SEC are going to the tournament. The ones at the bottom.
Andy and Arkansas.
Yeah, they're going to the tournament.
What is it? The only teams that aren't like LSU and South Carolina?
Pretty much. Texas, I think, may have to win one. Gary was talking about this today.
Oklahoma and Texas are both in this thing.
Gary was saying Jerry Palm has Texas first four out. So Gary brought up this. So Texas plays Tennessee today. The coach at Texas
By
is
the
a
way,
former
that's the
assistant
Rick
of
Barnes Bowl.
So yes, no, he said that coach at Texas is a former assistant of Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes is pretty much aware if I beat him, he's going to lose his job too.
Rodney Terry?
That he's going to lose his job. But if he wins and beats me, he's going to make the NCAA tournament.
He doesn't care about that. You think Rick Barnes cares if Rodney Terry's going to lose his job?
Oh, Rick Barnes is a great guy. I think Rick Barnes is a great guy.
Do you think he would rather win the NC? Do you think he'd rather win the SEC tournament championship or let Rodney Terry keep his job?
Oh, I think
that is asinine.
No, I think he'd rather win the NCAA tournament.
Huh?
I think he'd love for his friend to keep
about?
his job. He's a great. Rick Barnes is a great human.
You just be making up scenarios.
Yeah,
this is a Gary Parrish scenario, not mine.
Why
This is what Gary was.
Why you remixing the scenarios? Pick your own
That's what
scenarios.
Gary
So what
said
is the
today.
inference? That he wouldn't prepare and he would throw the game so that his buddy could
No,
keep his
you
job?
don't throw it, but it's tough.
What is the inference?
It pulls at your
What's the
heartstrings.
inference?
He said, "What's your inference,
It pulls
bro?"
at the heartstrings.
What's the inference?
Of
What's
a
your
great
inference?
man like Rick Barnes.
What is the inference?
What is the inference? A crazy question.
What is the inference?
That even if you win,
What?
sometimes you lose.
What is the
Because your
inference?
friend loses his job. I don't know. You'd have to ask Gary.
So
Stop remixing his scenarios.
Yeah. Stop
Remix whatever I want.
Yeah, dude, just stop stealing content.
I
and then
didn't.
not
I
being
gave him
able-
credit.
and
I
then-
did not steal
and
anything. I gave
You
him
remixed
credit.
it though.
And then you can't even talk the point through.
I just talked the point through.
Rick Barnes is going to beat him and then say sorry.
Yeah.
In fact,
Like it stinks. Your best friend, one of your good friends may lose his jobs. Like it stinks.
and so you hire him.
But then
Rodney
you, but then
Terry
you
will
got to
be an
get rid of
assistant
somebody
in
on
Tennessee next year.
But then you have to get rid of one of your great assistants
you
that you
don't.
have
No,
on
you
staff
don't.
at
Hey,
GVO.
Rosa, you know how this goes. You just create new jobs.
You just create
This
new
is
jobs.
true. They got so much damn money. that
I
they
mean,
can- yeah.
Come on, man.
I promise you, if Rick Barnes wants to hire Rodney Terry, he can hire Rodney Terry.
Call it the homie assistant.
You are inferring that Tennessee might lose so that Rick Barnes' former assistant could keep his job at Texas? That is banana land.
Okay.
Okay. Rosa remix. Rosa just be remixing shit.
You know what? He's
you know
for
what?
sure going to be texting us when Texas beats them because Texas has everything in the world to play for.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They are
really
still
do.
on that bubble.
Yeah, they are. Like, it's backs against the wall stuff
Yeah.
for them. So if Texas won,
And it just means
it wouldn't
more.
be that crazy. But Roser's going to see, like, see?
Yo, he's gonna send us a
Rick Barnes
screenshot.
didn't want Rodney Terry to lose his job.
By the way, bro, it's so funny. I'm watching the Tigers broadcast. You see, he was doing the halftime reporting from the studio. Good old Josh Pastner.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Look at
with Tom Crean.
Yeah, with Tom Crean. We got Josh Pastner talking about the Tigers.
Pastner did it last year.
You got the John Cena haircut. Look at him. Oh.
Pastner did it last year, and he got in this big argument when I was watching it. They did like the what's it called? They did the bracketology show or whatever.
Oh, because Pastor thinks everybody should be in the tournament?
No. Dude, Pastor thinks that the tournament should like expand to 164
I
or
know.
whatever.
Of course
you know
he
what I mean?
I saw some coach recently said they should expand. They should 70
so
something.
So many good players, so many good coaches, and it's like, you know, the end game is that you get fired for either not making the tournament or not succeeding in the tournament. So the answer is, from a coach perspective, let everybody make the tournament.
Right.
And, bro, the worst thing they could possibly do is expand this thing.
Yes,
bro.
Seriously.
They already expanded to 68.
Stupid.
I saw there was some school president or athletic director that came out and said they wanted it to be in the 70s. They want to expand it into the 70s soon.
Why?
I know. Why?
Why?
In my opinion, take it back to 64.
Like, bro, we're already talking about every team but two in the SEC making
I know,
it,
right?
bro.
The whole damn conference going to be in the joint.
Who's fighting for this?
Yeah.
Right.
You want bro, we can't put LSU and South Carolina in.
Yeah. And that, with that logic, you're going to end up putting them in the tournament.
I mean,
because they play in the toughest league in America.
And they're going to be, yeah, right? Like, we have had years.
Yeah.
We have had several years where there's been like an 18-16 SEC team in.
But this is how we end up.
Right?
But this is how we end up every year in the NBA with the Chicago Bulls playing in the damn play-in. You know?
Dude, this year
they're 28 and 38, and they're going to be playing for a playoff spot.
This year is the worst too, because what's happened is, and now Jacoby presented this morning. He was like, "Look, here's what should happen," because he was lamenting that, you know, the idea. One of the things we love about basketball, thing probably like the most, is the competition, and it's like now you're getting to this point of the season. We got, you know, a little less than a quarter of a season left still, right? This home stretch. And there's way too many games that you know what's going to happen in the game because they are actively trying to lose. And so we talked about how the NBA has had some effect in terms of curtailing the tanking, where you have had the evened out odds for the lottery. You have had the play-in, so now up to 10 teams, you know, get into said play-in. You have gotten the fines for these teams like they did the Utah Jazz earlier this week, where they fined them $100,000 for not playing Lauri Markkanen. What that leads to, and again, whenever there is a new solution, then a new problem arises. And so one of the problems now is, I don't know if you've seen, but like there's headlines everywhere about Paul George. And Paul George is now, he's going to talk to a doctor about surgery. I mean, give me a break. Yes. But again, it's so they can't get fined and they can lose every game.
Exactly.
It's like, so now we got guys lying about possibly needing surgery.
De'Aaron Fox, my pinky needs surgery.
Yeah, right.
Right. And so you have these situations like that. And so, anyways, done a decent job at curtailing that. But this was going to be the real test. Because now it's not just one guy in Cooper Flagg. There are multiple guys that are in this NBA draft that you're looking at and you're going, this guy could actually alter the future of my franchise here. And if I am, you know, it's not just about that number one pick. I know if I've got the absolute worst record, then the worst I can fall to is 4. Right? And I still think like that there's a guy at 4 that I can get that might be able to alter things for me, or 5 or whatever. And so now you have this race to have these horrendous, as bad a record as you can have. And then, you know, give me more ping pong balls for sure. But beyond more ping pong balls, it's moving my slot up. And then you also have these teams, i.e. Philadelphia, who have traded a protected pick. And so now my pick is protected up to 6. So I got to make sure, I have got to make it as close to sure as I can that I'm not going to be dropping below there. Because if I drop below there, if I get the 7th pick in the draft, now I'm giving that thing away to Oklahoma City. This is crazy, right? And not only did I have this horrendous season, but now I'm giving my pick away. Well, so now they are for sure going to try to lose every single game the rest of the way. And now you have way too many of them because you've had a couple of them, right? By virtue of them and their way their season's gone. And so now they've made a decision that they wouldn't have normally made. And you have the Spurs, who, they went and got De'Aaron Fox, and that was like, make a push. We're going to make a push for 8.
Yep.
Right? We're going to try to go and get Wemby some high leverage game reps. And then that went to hell because Wemby went out. So now we're pulling the plug.
Yep.
Right? And we got to figure out how many ping pong balls we can get at the end. And I think that this is what Jacoby brought up, that again, and it's because it's a really good draft that this is happening. Like, you might just have to flatten it out completely. And you just say, if you're a non-playoff team, you have the same odds at getting the number 1 pick.
Yep.
End of story. I actually think that's a good idea.
I think so too.
I think it's a good idea. Because this is pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're going to look at all kinds of games the rest of the way.
Yeah.
There's going to be all kinds of games the rest of the season. And then those games, not only are you putting together a horrendous television product, a horrendous in-person product, you are also, this alters it for everybody else. Now, you can be the benefactor of it, right? Like, so if we have a game against the Nets or whoever the case may be, right? The more, it's almost like, did your schedule break to where you get to play the most of these losing on purpose teams down the stretch?
You might have 4 teams in the Eastern Conference that might have 50 losses. At the end of this. 4 teams in the Eastern Conference that could have 50 losses, bro. 50 losses?
No, and I mean, like, look, dude, they are battling each other for losing. Like, you have that. When yesterday I told you it was Jamal Shedd and Jared Rhoden and that whole group that was playing for Colin Castleton playing 40 minutes for the Raptors, they still couldn't lose to the 76ers. 76ers are like, no,
I got this.
We understand the assignment.
Yes.
You are not beating, we are not losing. I mean, we're not winning.
Yeah.
We refuse to win. Refuse. But, dude, you've got too many of them now.
You got too many of them.
You got too many of them because you caught a couple extra breaks. There was just going to be a finite amount of them, right? My season got wrecked by injury. My season went off the rails. I'm in a development stage within my, team building. But then when you have a couple more join into the party because their guys got hurt, so Joel Embiid's going to be out for the rest of the year. Victor Wembanyama's going to be out for the rest of the year. Now these teams are all they're all incentivized to lose. They don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be one of the 10 teams. And it's like when you have more teams wanting to be in the lottery than you have wanting to be in the top 10, that's where the problem arises. I mean, look, you think the Bulls are probably furious. What is the point of them being 10?
Yeah. Right.
We were going to be in mid and just drop it and get our ping pong balls. Because you created a solution to go against that by making the play in.
Right.
But now the solution that
hoping more teams would attempt to be competitive.
Now the solution that you created is going against what you already created.
Right?
That's crazy, bro. People always find a way.
Yep.
And this is a great draft. Yeah. So nobody, you weren't going to have that problem last year because nobody, even if your team was going to be bad, like, look, our team was bad and we were playing all manner of players, but like, if you won, it wasn't like, oh my God, it's one less ping pong ball we have for who? Zachary Reese-Shea? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I mean, the draft went Reese-Shea, Sarr, Shepherd.
Yeah.
No.
Right? That's how it went last year. So when you won games, it was like, all right. Like, I mean, how big a difference, right? Like, it wasn't even, you didn't have, like, there wasn't some kind of like, hey, let's make sure we have the sorriest record we could possibly have in this deal.
It wasn't capture the flag or like
no
tank for Cooper. It was like, I guess we're just going to lose and just figure it out. I guess.
We'll get a high draft. Just make sure we're in the lottery. Yeah. That's it. Now,
teams
it's
want
like,
those top 5 guys.
Well, the other thing is this. If I don't get a lottery pick, I could get the 4th pick.
Mm-hmm. And it's still high level talent at the 4th pick.
I could get the 4th pick in the draft. Yeah. And so, fine, I don't get Cooper Flag, but I still get Ace Bailey, or I still get, whoever. Somebody awesome. Like, it's a really good draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you got teams that want to just ensure, and then you have the extenuating circumstances where some of them have picks that are protected. So they have to be in a range. They have to be in a range in order to secure getting to keep that pick. Otherwise, they're going to have to give it to somebody else. Right? Yes. And so, not great. We at halftime?
We're at halftime. 39 up at half. PJ Haggerty has 21 of the 39 points.
Oh, okay.
For the Tigers.
It's second half team.
Second half team.
Second half team.
Roser, I'm with you, bro. You can't lose this game,
No,
bro.
you can't.
They're not
going to
lose. It's a second half team.
And Iowa has fired Fran McCaffrey after 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And he got ejected in his last. He just got ejected.
Fran McCaffrey got fired, huh?
Yep.
Do you think they think they ejected him, then fired him, or just fired him and then ejected him?
NCAA tournament 7 times since 2014, but the second straight season Iowa has failed to go dancing. He's never gotten him past the first weekend.
It's
a talent world now, and honestly, who is the last Iowa basketball player you remember?
I was going to ask the same question.
Luka Garza.
Well, Keegan
Murray, yeah.
Luka Garza.
Keegan Murray.
So they've had a couple.
Yeah.
But like,
I think they've turned into NBA players, but those are NBA role players.
Yeah.
Right? No Caitlin Clarks.
Ain't no Caitlin Clarks, B.
Right?
No.
Ain't no Caitlin Clarks walking through that door.
BJ Armstrong played at Iowa.
The dude that played for the Bulls back in the day? Little short dude?
Yeah.
Hey.
Reggie Evans.
Reggie Evans played at
Reggie
Iowa.
Evans.
Reggie Evans?
Reggie Evans played at Iowa.
Hard-nosed Reggie Evans played at Iowa?
He's one of the best players in the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
He reminds me of he reminds me of like
machine.
Tractor Trailer. Shout out to Tractor Trailer. Rest in peace.
Huh?
I said he reminds me kind of like a Tractor Trailer. Dude used to wear 54.
Ryan Bowen.
Who was that?
He's a white guy that played. Ricky Davis played at Iowa. I had no idea.
No clue. We need some Iowa Ricky Davis.
I had no idea
highlights.
that Ricky Davis played at Iowa.
Yeah,
None. You want to talk about a trivia question I would have gotten wrong?
Wait, Luka Garza and Keegan were on the same team?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you need to get fired for that, buddy. Sorry, Fran. What's his name?
McCaffrey.
Fran McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirk Heinrich.
Legend.
He played it. He didn't play. Okay, these are just players from Iowa.
I was about to say, bro.
Okay, I was about to say. These are players from. Well, no, actually, Ricky Davis did play at Iowa.
Because Kirk Howard played
because Kirk Heinrich played at Kansas.
Yeah. Okay. I had that jersey back in the day.
Yeah.
Ricky Davis. I would never have known Ricky Davis was from there. Or that he played for there. Very interesting. Huh? Reggie Evans, you remember him as an Iowa basketball player, Roser?
Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
He's really good.
You were tapped into Iowa basketball back then?
Yeah. Dude, I used to watch so much college basketball.
We're going to
back
take a
then.
quick break because we have one of the most electric guests we've ever had coming in. Chris Ullman is a 4-time international whistling champion and a member of the Whistling Hall of Fame. He whistles for more than 650 people on their birthday every year. He has serenaded President George W. Bush in the Oval Office. He has performed with 10 symphony orchestras, including the National Symphony Orchestra, on The Tonight Show, The Today Show, everywhere. He is the GOAT of all whistlers.
I would challenge him to a whistle off.
But does he know the Yin Yang Twins?
Yeah, does he know the Yin Yang Twins?
I don't know.
Does he whistle while you twerk?
I don't know. I don't know. We're going to be joined by him on the other side. Chris Vernon Show.
We are in March, which is Women's History Month.
True.
And we were talking about how do we kick off the show? What can we talk about? And we were like, why don't we talk about women's shoes? The Sabrina one. Okay.
Can't go wrong.
Right?
That's a good shoe.
And the two, you could argue, is even better. But the one's
you can't
fine.
have the two without the one.
Yeah.
Man.
In the month of February, the Sabrina 2 was the second most worn shoe in the NBA in minutes played. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with two big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage. Total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Fake, a three, it's through for Desmond Bain. FBK, fly by King. Wheels through the lane, now spins back, Ja hangs, puts it in! Oh, what a shot by Morant in the clutch! So hot, oh, Jared said no! Because he doesn't put on a play, comes up with a monster block.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near.
Chris Vernon Show! So right before we went to the break, I told you that Chris Ullman is a 4-time international whistling champion and a member of the Whistling Hall of Fame. He is here. Our buddy Bill Courtney, who does his outstanding podcast, had Chris coming in town because he does all-manner speeches, etc., and has been on The Tonight Show. He has been on The Today Show. He's performed for George W. Bush, and he is the greatest of all whistlers. And so when I was asked, hey, Chris, would you want to have the best whistler in the world on your show? The answer was 100% yes. I want to meet a man who is in the Whistling Hall of Fame, which I didn't even know there was a Whistling Hall of Fame. Chris Ullman is here in studio with us. 4-time whistling champion, Hall of Famer Chris Ullman.
Woo! Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I assume you knew lots of Hall of Fame whistlers.
We have so many questions. Okay.
A lot of questions.
Okay. First of all, where are you from?
I am from Northern Virginia, Alexandria.
At what point do you realize I am awesome at whistling?
All right, awesome. So I learned how to whistle at 5.
5. And is this like the typical...
Yeah,
like that?
It's very basic stuff.
Very.
Like very, very basic, airy, not very melodic or anything like that. It's kind of just getting lips, tongue, and air to come together, make an anemic sound. All right.
Yes.
But I realized I was really good whistle. You know, this is amazing. So I had just moved to Washington after college, and I was at a grocery store. I was in the parking lot, and I'm whistling Beethoven's Third Piano Concerto, one of your favorites, I've heard.
Yes,
Okay.
oh yeah. Wow. Of all the ones you could whistle, thank God.
So I'm just in the parking lot whistling this for myself, and some guy's walking towards me, and he says, Beethoven, Third Piano Concerto. And at that moment, I realized I was really good. That's it. I haven't told that story.
How old?
Wait.
I was probably, at that point, I was 25 years old.
You were 25?
Yeah.
Before you even realized
How good I was.
You were an elite whistler.
Yeah.
Did no one had ever recognized?
Well,
like, dude, you are amazing.
Why are you so good at that?
All right.
Like, why are you so good at that?
It took some guy in a parking lot.
I had whistled.
This is like if LeBron James was found at the park and they're like, hey, man, you're really good at basketball.
Hey, it's like John Morant was found in the back door of the gym.
You should join the NBA.
Yeah,
You should be in the Hall of Fame of whistlers. Okay? Well, actually, in college, I did whistle at some talent shows, and there were people who got it and those who didn't. Some people were like, that's really freaky, go away. But after that discovery in the parking lot, I actually really buckled down. I started going to open mic nights and whistling at blues clubs. And then I learned about...
Did people like me get off this stage?
Like, what was the reaction? The first time you went to a blues club and and they were like, coming to the stage, and they're like, you went up there, like, you're not singing, you're whistling.
Have you ever had tomatoes thrown at you when you do this?
I have had people kind of do catcall whistles at me from the audience until they hear me whistle, and then they are awed into silence.
Wait.
Okay.
Does the whistling sound like the blues when you're doing it at a blues
Absolutely.
club?
Absolutely.
I want to hear like a little rendition. We won't get flagged.
Let's hear blues riff. Yeah.
Right, here we go.
So you would get up at the blues club and you would do this, and people are like, "What is
First
going
they're
on?"
like, what? A wrestler? And they're like, no, it's a whistler. And then they're like, yeah. You know, you got someone jamming on the piano, and then we got a harmonica, and then you got lip.
Right.
Yes.
And so then you find that. Now, do you play any other instruments or anything?
I sing.
You sing.
So that's how I got to be a good whistler, believe it or not, is, you know, the key is to make music.
Okay.
Like, you can play an instrument, but are you making music? So it was my choir conductors in high school, and then for many years when I moved to Washington, D.C., that I learned how to make music. And then you take those techniques and you apply them to your instrument, which mine happens to be whistling. So,
Okay, so
that
at
is
what
insane.
at what point do you realize this can be a competitive enterprise?
So I had heard there was a whistling competition, and so
Wow! How do you hear about
Like, who was the person that reached out to you about the whistling
Hey,
competition?
man.
well, I was on a hike in the Shenandoah National Park,
course you
whistling,
were.
of course, and some guy said to me, "Hey, you're really good. You should do something with that." And this is in '92, so there's no internet.
I was not born.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no internet, and a mutual friend says, if this competition, and I said, I heard there's a competition, but I knew nothing about it. She said, if this competition exists, I will find it. So we get back from the hike, she goes to a library. That's a thing that has books in it.
Yeah,
something like that,
they still have them.
So, and then she finds a national directory of events, and in there is the International Whistlers Convention. So I mail away. There's no internet. So I mail away. I get all the information. I rehearse. I go to this thing and I win a prize.
Wait, where is it held?
For 40 years, it was in a little town in North Carolina called Lewisburg.
Okay.
And so I
How
go
many
there.
people are there?
There were like, I'd say 30 adults, and then they have teens. And these are the best whistlers in the friggin' world.
It's international.
International.
Boosting the economy of Lewisburg.
So
Yes.
Where is like
that,
where
you
is
know?
like the farthest person from?
Australia.
Australian
And
whistler.
Japan.
Japan.
So the best whistlers in the world
These are the best of the best.
are like Canadians and Japanese.
The Olympic
Now,
whistlers.
amazing.
But
Olympic whistlers.
Yes.
Now, but are they adept to competitions? And you have just been a guy that, like, yeah, you can whistle in the parking lot and you can whistle at the Shenandoah Park or whatever. But there's levels to this, and a competition whistler is a different whistler.
It is. It is because it combines kind of the raw talent, you know, the ability to stay in the right key and be able to shape the music. But song selection, very important. Because you want a song that will. This is a philosophy of mine. Is that there's two options. You whistle a song everyone knows, and it's the best they've ever heard. Or you whistle a song they've never heard, but they like it the first time. And that is a tough needle to thread.
It's a strategy.
Have you ever done Whistle While You Twerk by Yin Yang Twins?
No chance.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I need you to add that to the playlist. I need the next competition.
Whistle
you do.
While You Twerk. Yeah.
We need you to do Whistle While You Twerk.
It's just like the one from what's it called? From Snow White. The Whistle While You Work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's whistle
start
it.
And whistle while you twerk.
All right, so wait, you go to this competition, and what happens?
And then this is 93 at this point. So I win a small prize, but I realized how it worked. So now I was ready.
Okay.
I come back the next year. I whistle like a dog for a year. Every day, 2 hours a day.
Just
for
whistling.
Yes. Now, is this annoying to your family?
Oh, absolutely.
You're like, he's at it again.
Well,
Like they wake up like,
all I can say is I hope my wife's not listening because she does not really like whistling.
She doesn't like it.
No. So
she knows this has given you all kinds of fame, gotten you to get in the Oval Office, but still just not a fan.
She's like, la 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 la.
She tuned you out.
Yeah.
So I whistle Happy Birthday 700 times a year for people. And when I'm at home and I record it and then I text it to someone, I do it in the basement so she doesn't have to listen to it.
Wow.
So then I rehearse like a dog for a year. I come back, I knock the cover off the ball. That's a baseball metaphor. I slam dunk.
No,
I
you're
slam
fine.
dunk it.
You're good.
All
We're
right.
sports guys. We're sports guys. We're sports guys. Yeah.
And I win the grand championship, and all hell breaks loose. The Tonight Show calls. I am on the Tonight Show 3 days later. I'm on the Today Show with a live blues band, and it was wild. I did 100 interviews with radio, TV.
Who did you beat to win the title?
Did you have like a
I
whistle
beat a
off?
Canadian guy.
Yeah, Canada, take that.
Is there now,
Take that, Canada.
Is it judges? It's
Oh my God,
judges.
of course.
No. But I'm saying, like, is it like a panel of
Yeah,
judges?
5 judges.
5 judges.
5 judges, and
so
they
are-
judge you based on kind of 2 main criteria.
Okay.
One is, are you technically good? Like,
Yes.
can you have range, high, low? Do you have kind of cool techniques?
Yes.
Are you in the right key, the right pitch? All that. Technical. And then there's interpretive skill. How well do you make music? Can you tell a story with lip? And they add it all up, and I won the grand championship 4 times.
Now this guy. Well, hold on. I want to go back to the Canadian guy.
Yeah.
Was he a return champion?
He was.
Oh, so
you knocked him off?
So you knocked him off. Is there
Spanked him
It-
hard.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he spanked
Is there rivalries?
BCA.
Is there?
Oh my gosh!
Is
yeah.
there rivalries in the whistling world?
Well, I do have to be careful they don't spike my chapstick because, like, that would be bad. You know, if you put like crazy glue in there, you know.
Oh, right,
that
right.
would be bad. It's like clocking someone in the knee. You know, if they were.
No, but
it's never happened. But
does this guy hate your guts?
Not anymore.
He used to.
A lot of time has passed since then. So for 8
Did he
years,
think he was robbed of his title?
He's very gracious, so I couldn't tell.
Okay.
But for 8 years, he and I traded off. For 8 years,
He's the guy to beat.
Y'all going band for band.
Now
I mean,
the guy to
Whistle
beat
World.
now is
Whistle
is Dutch.
Dutch.
And his name is Geert Chartreux.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many times has he won it? 3. Oh, so he's coming for you. Six?
No. 3. I was doing 3 for you.
Okay.
So,
wait, is 4 the most?
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming for you.
No one has ever won 4.
No, more than 4.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No one's
4.
ever.
4 is the peak. There's one other guy who, before even I got involved, was 4 times. And he's dead now, so we don't have to worry about him.
Wait, talk
So
about. Are you going to challenge this? Like, are there like whistle law? Like, you know, like in rap, you have freestyle battles.
Yes.
Are
my
you-
God. Oh, I
got so many questions.
Wait, are you retired?
I'm retired now, yeah.
Would you come out of retirement to make sure this guy can't win a 5th?
Would you wear a Bulls 45 jersey like Jordan did?
He's like, nope, no one's winning 5 unless it's me.
At this point in my life, it's too stressful.
It is?
I'm kind of chill now.
Okay.
To win the grand championship, you've got to be so intense all year long, whistling hours a day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
2 hours?
Like how many
Why
hours
is there
a day?
disbelief?
Because we have so much confusion. Like, usually when you whistle, it's just like a. Like you're at home, like
Listen,
perfecting the
Damn,
whistle.
that was terrible.
All
That
right,
was
for your
G League of
all right,
whistling.
for your fans out there, go to YouTube, type in Chris Ullman and whistling. I've whistled the national anthem for the Orioles, the Wizards, Duke men's basketball, Cincinnati Reds, Charlotte Hornets, Texas Rangers, and you know what's not on that list? The Grizzlies.
Oh, we got to get you
What's
in
the
town.
deal with
Amber,
that?
Okay.
Carly.
What is the deal with that?
Yeah, all right, Chris
This is our
Ullman.
guy.
Yeah, we've got to get him here.
You know how many
to do
team
the
owners now say, you haven't had Chris whistle the national anthem? My main client
I got an
owns the
idea.
Orioles.
Did you have
I
a coach? Did anybody
Not-
help you?
no,
Is this all self-taught?
It's self-taught in terms of the whistling, but the musicality came from these 2 conductors that I sang with for 15 years. I give a lot of credit to them. They were really important.
Is there? No one mentored you?
No.
There
no,
is
so it's a
Do
very,
you read books about it?
No, so I have a very good ear, and then I developed funky techniques. So most people whistle with just their lips.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how.
so that's why. That's
But I whistle with my tongue, no lips. And then you do that funky thing. So if you go,
He remixed it. Hold on.
so if you go,
Wait. How do you do that? Go do that. How do you?
all right,
How do you do
I'll
it?
teach you guys right now.
Okay,
All right.
let's go.
So if you go wah wah,
Wah.
and you go at the same time, so you have to be able to whistle with your tongue, no lips. And if you go, so we need to teach first. What you need to learn how to whistle first is just with your tongue. And it's the opposite of lip whistling. So with lip whistling, your tongue's on the bottom and the air goes over the top, and the sound is made by your lips. Tongue whistling, your tongue is on the top, and you form it into a V, and it's the tongue that's making the whistling sound. Don't stick it out like that.
He said, "Don't stick it out like that."
Put your tongue up, bro. Oh,
Keep your tongue to yourself, okay?
I really want to like try to do like. You said
All right,
just
what
make-
did you win the title with? What was your championship like? All right, I'm coming. And
all right,
because
I
you
did,
said
one
one
of
of
my
the
favorites.
strategies is
Song
do
selection.
something amazing that everybody knows.
Yes. So one of those songs was "Luck Be a Lady" from the Broadway musical Guys and Dolls.
Oh, Frank
so
Sinatra.
everyone knows that. Yes.
Yes.
Everyone knows that song. So I had to just crush it.
Okay.
And it goes on and on. But
Wow.
like you're mixing it up.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. I
so,
like
yeah.
that. Do you like okay? Do you like dance while you do it, or is it just
Oh
like?
yeah, totally.
Oh, you get in your bag. Hold on,
I
wait,
can
wait.
whistle and dance often at the same time.
Can you watch
That's
it?
why you're a
Hey,
grand champion.
Wait, can
Yeah.
we watch your like championship performances on YouTube? Oh, they're on there.
There are a few on there. Yeah.
There are a few
Yeah.
on there. All right.
Yeah.
So you do the whistle and you like do dance moves while
Yeah.
you.
Well, I mean, ultimately, it is a performance. You know, I'm not just in a room entertaining myself, if you know what I mean.
That's crazy.
So it is a performance. There are no small children listening.
No wonder your wife hates it.
All right, it is a performance, an appropriate performance. All right. So.
Wow. But that's wild.
So I brought a present for each of you. I wrote a book on I have a simple gift.
Okay.
It's whistling.
Yeah.
But the key is, how do you find your gift, whatever your gift is, and touch the hearts of the people around you in a simple way.
Right.
So it's called Find Your Whistle. I brought a copy for each of you guys.
Awesome.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. You know, and it's got all crazy stories, whistling in the Oval Office of the president, whistle with symphony orchestras, and I whistle Happy Birthday.
Yes.
I said that. Yeah. So, and it's got all these fun stories about that. And,
So I got to ask you, so as this, when you first got into that competition, then you become like the champion, and then everything changes, right? You're like, bro, how am I at the Today Show? How am I doing all this stuff?
Yeah.
What is your normal life like? I mean, you have, like, you are Chris Ullman, the greatest whistler, right?
Yeah.
And this 4-time international whistling champion. What is your regular life like?
I have a day job.
This?
I do have a day job. So it's PR, corporate communications.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So I've done that for almost 40 years. So the whistling has been like an overlay, parallel life. And then sometimes they dip into each other. So one time I'm at work, and my boss, who's a billionaire financier, owns the Orioles in Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh.
He just calls me up, says, Chris, come to my office right now. So I walk down the hall, walk in the office, and he said, Ted, this is the owner of the Wizards and the Cavs.
Leonsis.
Ted Leonsis.
Yeah.
He says, whistle for Ted. Whistle for Ted. And I'm like, what do you want to hear? And he said, national anthem. So I whistle national anthem. He's like, you're in. I'm like, in what? And he says, you're going to whistle at a Wizards game. So that's where it intersects. Happen. It intersects. Wow. I whistled in a job interview. So I'm in a final interview for a job to be the spokesman for a federal government agency, the Securities and Exchange Commission. And it's the final interview. I'm with the chairman of the agency. I walk into his office. He does not even sit down. He just says, it's down to you and another person for this job. Whistle for me. Like in a job interview.
In a job interview.
So I thought it was a test. And the test was no one in their right mind would actually whistle. So he was assuming I assumed that it was like he would not want me to whistle. But then I said, screw it. He asked me to whistle. I'm going to whistle. And I whistled a Puccini aria. He loved opera, I found out. I whistled an aria, command performance, got the job.
Wow.
He's a performer, not just a whistler.
Okay, and where is the Whistling Hall of Fame?
Yeah, where's it located?
So it was in Lewisburg, but the organizer died. Whistling overdose.
We don't want to laugh.
No, he was 90. He was a great man.
Was it just like in his house or something? In his basement? What are you talking about?
All right, this is not Cooperstown. All right. So it was.
Can I tour it?
It's kind of virtual at this point.
Okay.
It's online.
So after he died, the Japanese took it over. So
come on,
the
man.
whistling competition is now in Tokyo. So
really?
Yeah.
The international whistling competition is in Tokyo.
Do they like bring you back like former champions, like they do for like the Olympics? Former champions.
I was a judge a number of times.
You carried the torch.
It's tough to be a judge, because you have your own biases and you have to try to set everything aside. Because the interesting thing about whistling is that there are kind of fast, fancy whistlers, and I kind of put myself in that category.
Yeah.
And then there are the slow, pretty whistlers. Okay. And this is interesting. It's very similar to the dog shows in terms of best in show.
Yep.
Because how can you compare a Great Dane and a teacup poodle?
Right.
And the thing is, you're not. Mm-hmm. It is the poodle the best version that a poodle can be?
Yes.
And is the Great Dane the best that a Great Dane can be? And it's whoever's bestest.
Yeah.
So if you take the fast, fancy whistler, am I as good as a fast, fancy whistler can be, or is the slow, pretty whistler? So am I in like 99th percentile and he's 87th? Then I'm going to win.
How do you feel about? I've got to ask you this because obviously we're talking sports all the time. How do you feel about the coach whistle? The guys that
loud
put
thing.
their fingers in the
Yeah,
mouth,
two-finger whistle.
or like Phil Jackson very famously would just go shit. You know, like he could just, and it would be super loud. I mean, you could be in an arena of 20,000 people and you could hear the damn thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
is this cheating? This
No,
number?
Is
or
there
this
enhancement?
number?
Is there like enhancement whistling if you do the?
So I call that power whistling.
Power
okay.
whistling.
Okay,
I am a
okay.
finesse whistler. So I can't whistle.
You're a finesse guy. Finesse guy. Okay.
Can you can't power whistle
I can't power whistle at all.
at all?
At all. Zero.
So if I said like, "Hey, there's somebody over across the concourse, you need
the
to whistle to
loudest I
get
could
their
do is-
attention." You're a finesse whistler.
Yeah, finesse whistler.
Yeah, because those other people, your ears hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
So
finesse-
yeah,
finesse
I'm
guy.
all
Power whistling.
technique
Is
and-
there a power whistling competition?
Yeah, they're just like I mean, are they in the category?
I'm in the 10 kilo
Or
power
like,
whistling division.
Or like they got to be
Yeah.
those same guys that can do like those like turkey calls and crap and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a subset of a
Yeah,
subset.
right.
So actually, my wife says that whistling is a subculture, and your fans may not believe this, but she says I'm the normal one.
You are.
I'm the normal one.
I
So-
agree with that.
I agree with that.
I would-
She is right.
Now,
She
this-
is correct.
And I
Now-
may look. My perception. This might be rude. My perception would be if I went to the whistling competition, it is some weird dudes.
I'll give you an
Some
idea. All right.
real- and some
So-
super nerds.
so-
like you seem like a normal dude.
Yeah. So America's
like, who is whistling 2 hours?
So check this out. So America's Got Talent calls me up one time and says, "We want you to be on the show. We've never had a whistler. So send us your little promotional kit," and I send them videos and examples, and they say, "All right, we'll get back to you." They had another whistler on who was kind of geeky and not very good, and they made fun of him.
Oh, they ruined the whistler culture. The whistler culture got
Whistling
ruined.
culture. You would have been the guy. You would have been a great example. Like, hey man, here's a normal dude who's awesome at whistling.
Yeah.
Right. Instead, they get some nerdo, and then they say, "Look
they
at
make
these
fun of him.
freaks.
That's-
Look at these fringe."
Just wants to shape their own narrative.
Yeah.
Among whistlers, that is among the gravest injustices.
Did you guys have a group text? And
Yeah,
you're
is there like a
"Can you
group?
believe this shit?
Yeah, is there like a whistle group text?
This is messed up, bro.
Like the streets are
They're
calling-
making us look like freaks.
Are y'all like on Reddit together? Is there like a Whistler Reddit page?
For sure.
Yeah, is there like a
message board?
There, yes, there
Of course.
Of course, on Facebook for sure.
Yeah.
So the streets
no,
are calling.
my-
They're
yeah,
calling you the Steph Curry of whistling, by the
The
way.
Steph Curry of whistling.
Yeah,
because you're
so
finesse, right? You're
license
not
plate on
power
my
dunking.
car. My license plate on my car is Whistler.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And my older one was Pucker. So I would have people drive up to me and they'd be like, "You know what?" I'm like, "No, Pucker."
Oh no!
All right. What is the hardest song to whistle?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like, what is one that you were like, all right, I'm gonna try to do this, and then you're like, this is a bridge
this is
too
the
far.
hardest one. This is, and I did it. It's classical music. It is Mozart's Oboe Concerto. It is 27 minutes long with a full symphony orchestra.
Time out, bro.
And you did it.
You
I
did
did
it for 27 minutes.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Extendo whistling.
It's why he's the GOAT.
You whistle for 27 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Now you have to be an accomplished whistler. You have to get your lips in good shape. Now you might say, logically, you say, of course that makes sense, but what does that mean? So when you play a wind instrument, there's this French word called embouchure. So if you ever played a trumpet, a clarinet, a tuba, and it's the positioning of your lips for that instrument.
Yep.
And it's unique depending on how you make the sound, because is it the mouthpiece or is it a reed? So it's the conditioning from you're in good shape.
Yes.
So you have to be able to sustain that position for a long period of time. So the only way I could do 27-minute piece is to be in like tip-top shape, where you can sustain the pucker for a long time. And I mean, this is what was good with the girls. I could say, I can sustain a pucker.
I'm a long-range pucker.
Let's go.
I'm a long-range pucker. Wait. How did you prepare for what did you do? Like, was it like lip training? Like what? Like
yeah. Well,
like what do you like? You can't do lip weights.
Is practicing.
Practice.
So by
You just
practicing all the time.
Yeah.
You know, before I got to be really good, I just I would whistle during my paper route. You know, it's 13 to 16, so 2 hours every day, whistling song over and over and over again. And then when I did my Graceland pilgrimage, 5 hours a day, and that way you get your lips in this like tip-top shape, so they can keep that position for a long period of time.
What is your favorite song to whistle?
These days, it's kind of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. It's a song everyone knows. Well, do you know it?
What?
Bell, you got to do it. I don't know.
It's a fun song. That's pretty
Wait. Speaking of that, have you ever been reached out like by like a movie or like a soundtrack to like do like that kind of thing?
Yeah, there's a very famous one of the so-called spaghetti westerns with Clint Eastwood called "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly."
Oh yeah.
So there's a classic tune in there. It goes.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
So that's a very famous.
Yeah, oh yeah.
From the spaghetti westerns, they loved. And they call them that because they were made in Italy.
Yeah.
By Italian directors and great films. But yeah, so that's pretty famous. And there's whistling in advertising is pretty popular. I notice it instantly. If I'm anywhere in a crowded place and I hear an ad come on with whistling, boom, I notice it right away. So on radio, TV, tons of whistling in ads.
Can you make money doing it?
This is like the greatest miss in my whistling career is that I got called by Cirque du Soleil to be the star of the circus show.
Wait, what?
And you passed it up.
I really had to because I was married, I had a good job, I had 3 kids, but I wanted to just cast it all aside and travel the world and whistle. So I said to them, I would love to do it, but I can't. I'm going to connect you with a guy who is another good whistler. And he did it for 3 years. He traveled the world, star of the circus show.
You have expressed that your wife is like, no. What about the kids?
All right, it runs the gamut. My eldest loves to whistle, not very good.
It's like you like Michael Jordan. His son sucks at basketball.
My middle child, my son, can whistle pretty good, won't do it. Youngest can't do it, won't do it, and rejects it.
Rejects it?
He rejects the whistling?
Wow.
He rejects the lineage?
Yeah.
Does he hate
It's
like
a she. It's a she.
Oh, it's a she. She rejects it?
Yeah. So it totally
Do you
runs the
feel
gamut.
that you feel like your family is not properly proud of you?
Oh, they are.
For
They
being
are.
the greatest.
I do.
Do you
All right,
ever
all right.
stop
Once
and
in a
say,
while.
I am the greatest whistler
Like in the middle of dinner.
in the world?
Make me some
Will you
steak.
people please respect my talent?
Like
That is verbatim what I have said. Like if my wife is like rolls her eyes, I'm like, show me the respect. I am the 4-time international friggin' whistling champion.
Wait, do whistlers hate yodelers?
No, we admire all freaky people. And that's a freaky activity. But
It's a freaky activity.
I'm all in on freaky activities.
But I respect it nonetheless.
You
That's a
respect
freaky
it
activity.
nonetheless. Do you? What's the prize for winning the international whistling competition? A trophy?
It's 3 things. It's like $300.
$300.
That's why I'm
Damn.
not going back for 5. Okay. If it were $50K, maybe then. All right.
You practice.
I got a lot of nice trophies.
You
Great
whistle
trophies.
for 3 hours a day for $300.
It's the love of the sport.
That's love of the
That's
game,
love of
bro.
the game.
I love the
bro.
game. I love the hustle.
That's
I'm not
love.
done. I'm not done.
Okay.
Chicks, dig it.
Okay, that was my
Not
question.
my wife, though. I don't know.
Are there,
Not my wife.
are there whistler?
chicks.
Are there like
Are
in
there
basketball,
groupies?
football? Are there whistler groupies? Are there like
Oh,
chicks
yeah.
that hang around
Oh,
like
my
the
gosh.
shows?
No,
like,
there's not.
You get like DMs on Instagram.
Like I love the way you work your.
I had a whistling stalker at one point.
You had a stalker?
I had a stalker.
You did
I did.
not.
I went on a date with her eventually.
You
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, she was nice, but it didn't work out. I've had other like
What do you mean stalker?
Did she
she would
slash
send
your
me
tires?
notes of like like was back this pre-internet, so she was like sending me notes and saying, "I think you're awesome. We got to get it on," that kind of thing.
That's very forward. We're gonna get it on.
So we ended up meeting. We went on a date, and it kind of didn't go anywhere. But anyway, that was kind of freaky. That came about.
But then
from
you
whistling.
found you found she just liked you for your talent.
Yeah.
Right.
She just wanted to see what that mouth do. That's all she wanted. That's what she wanted. She was like, I see you whistle.
This is going too far.
What can that man's tongue do?
So wait, you got the chicks, the trophy, and the $300.
Yeah, and then it's really bragging rights. To be able to
Bragging
say,
rights, yes.
I've been on these shows, and then you can tell stories. I did it. So I met this organizer who does TED Talks.
Yep.
And the guy says, "You're a whistler. You got to do a TED Talk." And he said, "Well, what would you talk about?" And I said, "Well, it took me a while to figure it out, but I went and kind of surveyed my past, and I said, how has my whistling intersected with other people? And it just brings them joy."
Yes.
So you're whistling Happy Birthday, whistling in the Oval Office. I ran into President Bush like 20 years later, and he remembered that one fleeting moment in the Oval Office.
Oh,
because
wow.
it is memorable,
Yep.
and it brought him a little joy. So I did, the TED Talk is just about finding your gift, your whistle, and
Whatever it
sharing
is you're good
yeah,
at.
whatever it is.
What is your whistle?
Yeah, what is your whistle? And,
That's good.
And trying to think small rather than think big.
Yeah.
This at college graduations, they say, "Go change the world," and I think it's the stupidest thing because changing the world, the odds of changing the world are that 0.
I agree.
But you might be able to make people happy for a day.
If someone said, "Go change the life in a small way of the person next to you," you know what the odds of that are? 100%.
Yeah.
Let's go with the odds.
Yeah.
And it's it's a more human interaction too, which I think is really special.
I know I'm gonna remember this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forever.
This scarred you.
I met the LeBron James of whistling.
That's
I am honored, bro.
That's
I still
it.
want to know about the battle. I want to know about that part. Do y'all battle whistle? Like is it like you go first?
Oh yeah, you have to
Like
go back and forth like a battle
I
rap.
did do that with a what is that called when they beatboxer?
Oh.
So this is online. This is really cool.
I'm gonna have to go find this.
Like total spontaneous. This guy is the beatboxing champion of the world, and here I was a champion whistler. And if you go to YouTube, you will find this.
This is like lion versus bear.
Yes. And we jammed for like 5 straight minutes, back and forth. Him beatboxing, me whistling. It's a TEDx Boston beatbox and whistler. You can find it on YouTube. It is really cool.
That's cool.
That's probably the closest. And then I've done dueling banjos. Actually, in the Oval Office, my then boss was a pretty good whistler. But this is freaky. He said, "Let's play a joke on the president," which is risky. But he is a ventrilo whistler. So he whistles with the tongue, and his lips are kind of closed, and he'll go. You can't tell it's him whistling. So here we are in the Oval Office. I've whistled a few songs for the president. There's a slight lull, and suddenly my boss goes, and then I go, and Bush is like, "What is going on?" And he thinks it's me doing both parts, and it's really my boss who's on the other side of the room, and we're going back and forth, and then the president's like, "You don't do that to the president, you don't yank my chain."
That's dope. That's
Anyway,
dope.
that was, so there was a little back and forth there. That's dueling banjos, which is just, love that song. Great song.
Wow, that is awesome. He
Yeah.
is Chris Ullman, 4-time international whistling champion, a member of the Whistling Hall of Fame. Thanks for coming in, man.
Oh, man, thank you for having me.
Super fun.
This was awesome. You guys
Remember,
are
we
great.
got tonight, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at FedEx Forum. We'll be on FanDuel Sports South starting at 6:30 for the pregame show, and then, of course, tomorrow night. Make sure you're there early. Not only are the Tony Allen shirts going to be on sale, tonight the 191 collab stuff's on sale, and then tomorrow night, if you're one of the first 5,000, you'll get the Tony Allen record before what is the retirement ceremony and number 9 going up in the rafters. Should be a pretty unbelievable weekend ahead of us. We will reconvene on Monday. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Everybody have a wonderful, safe weekend. Until Monday, we gone.